Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1347 and it is in continuation of tools or types of symmetry of molecules, and today's topic is axis of symmetry or axis of symmetry elements. So whatever types or tools what I am discussing in the previous lecture, I discussed about center of symmetry, that imaginary line and how it plays the role for the molecules to understand, to know whether it is symmetrical or non-symmetrical. That explanation was given. And today I am going to explain the axis of rotation, and that is also one of the factor to understand the symmetry of the molecules. And I have taken three examples: one water, second ammonia, and third benzene. And here we call it axis of symmetry. So this axis means here in these three molecules, like first water molecule, we have that is called CN axis. C stands for the number and corner, that is corner, number of corner or order. So that stands for Cn. So in the case of water molecule, we have two corner, and if it is totally rotated at 360 degree, and since it has two corner of atom will be divided by 2, so it will give you 180 degree. In the case of ammonia, the Cn means kernel of atom, so it has 3 kernel of atom. So in this case, the 360 degree angle will be divided by 3, and we will get the axis of rotation in the case of ammonia molecule is 120 degree angle. And then come to benzene molecule. In the case of benzene molecule, it is hexagonal ring with 6 number of carbon. So it means the Cn means the center. So in the case of benzene, there are 6 centers. So that 6 means 360 degree angle is divided by 6, and you will get 60 degree angle. So in the case of benzene, it will be rotated, the axis of rotation will be around 60 degree angle. In the case of ammonia, it will be 120 degree angle, and in the case of water, it will be 180 degree axis of symmetry, that is rotation. And that axis of rotation, if you take the mirror image, the orientation, it will be identical. So that's why these molecules are symmetrical. Here I will show you the example. For example, it is your water molecule. So in the case of water molecule, this is your imaginary axis dotted line, and if it is rotated to this angle, and since it is having 2 center, 1, 2, and that's why it will be divided by 2, and you will get 180 degree angle. In the case of ammonia molecule, if your imaginary center of axis through nitrogen is going and you have 3 centers, 1, 2, 3, and the one you will get here, the other one, second one you will get in this way, and then you will get that is in the form of mirror image. All are identical, their orientation is identical. It means the ammonia molecule at this degree, that Cn is 3, means 360 divided by 3, you will get 120 angle, and at 120 angle it is maintaining the identical orientation or symmetry. All orientation of 3 structure in ammonia are symmetrical. Then come to 3 point. that is axis symmetry rotation in benzene. I have already told you in benzene there are 6 carbon atoms. They are in cyclic form, that is hexagonal, and there are multiple axis of rotation here, and that is number is 6. It has 6 center. So that 6 center means 360 degree is divided by 6 and you will get 60 degree angle. So in the case of benzene, the rotation angle is 60 degree. So here I have already given you the example of those 3 axes of symmetry elements in water molecule, where the center is 2, that is Cn. Second is ammonia molecule, where Cn center is 3. So in both cases, the whole rotation of 360 is divided by 2 and 3, and it will get 180 degree. Then it will be having symmetry, and in the case of ammonia it will be having 120 degree because of center is 3. So here I have given the explanation. Cn axis of rotation in water molecule, which is given by C2. Cn axis of rotation means if you rotate any molecule about an axis, you will observe similar thing after rotation of 360 degree angle. If you are rotating at 360 degree angle, you will observe that similar things after this rotation. Then that symmetry is known as Cn axis of symmetry. Cn axis of symmetry of any molecule means once the axis is rotated about 360 degree angle, and axis of symmetry is an imaginary line that passes through the center of water molecule, around which it can be rotated by an angle of 360 divided by n, and n stands by for number of center or order. And then to produce an identical image of water molecule, if the line is passing through oxygen, I have already given you the example. I showed you how it is passing through the oxygen. Here I have already given. The molecule, rotating water molecule, will be 360 degree divided by 2, and you will get 180 degree around its axis, produces identical structure or molecule. It means that water is rotating around its axis, oxygen imaginary line, at 180 degree, and then we will get symmetrical water molecule. And here it is given the imaginary line that is here in the center of oxygen, that is symmetry element of water, and it is having 180 degree because it is having 2 center of hydrogen atom, that is, it is divided by 2, you will get 180 degree angle. Then number 2 is, that is ammonia molecule. Ammonia molecule is having 3 center, that is called C3, and imagine a line passing through the nitrogen atom to the plane of ammonia molecule, rotating the ammonia molecule by 360 degree divided by 3, you will get 120 degree. So once it is rotating at 120 degree, you will get the orientation of structure, that is symmetry will be maintained, and you will get identical image. Ammonia is trigonal pyramidal with its axis of symmetry. This axis, a 3C rotation axis, is run through nitrogen atom. So here, number 3, I have taken the example benzene. Benzene is having 6 center or 6 order, where it has multiple line of axis passing through center, and this molecule, when it is divided by 6, that is 360 degree divided by 6, you will get 60 degree angle. So at this angle, the symmetry of benzene molecule will be maintained, it will be identical. That's why these 3 molecules, means water, ammonia and benzene, water will be having the maximum symmetry or symmetrical identical structures when the rotation of the axis is 180 degree. In the case of ammonia, where we have 3 centers, and when the rotational axis is moving around, that is 120 degree angle, it will be symmetrical, identical orientation. And in the case of benzene, since it is having 6 center, so 360 will be divided by 6, we will get 60 degree angle. So with that angle, the benzene molecule will be symmetrical and the orientation of the structure will be identical. So here, the axis of rotation in benzene, which contains C6, means the benzene is having 6 centers. Imagine a line passing through a center of benzene ring and perpendicular to the plane of the benzene molecule, rotating the benzene molecule by 360 divided by 6, you will get 60 degree. And around this axis, so around this 60 degree axis, in the case of benzene, around 180 degree axis in the case of water molecule, 120 degree axis in the case of ammonia molecule, it produces identical image. So in 1-2 line explanation for all these 3 is, in each these 3 examples, means water, ammonia and benzene, the axis of symmetry, that is Cn, means number of center in those molecules, is the imaginary line around which the molecule can be rotated to produce an identical image. So in group theory and symmetry of the molecule, symmetry elements, it needs a lot of imagination and lot of twisted form is available, angles are there. So my advice to all the students who are offering this course, they should read 2-3 times, they should listen my lecture on YouTube at least 2-3 times, so that they can understand all these center of symmetry, then axis of symmetry, and some other I am going to discuss one by one. With this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.